we're doing a screening of the film Walk on the Wild Side, directed and produced by Germaine McCormick-Koss. I'd love for you, Germaine, welcome to our wonderful event, and thank you for flying in from Paris for this. You must be very excited tonight.
Yeah, I am actually, especially as my film, it'll be the first time the film has been up on a really big screen, and it's in New York, and I'm delighted and I'm very honored that it'll be part of the benefit evening.
This is an important evening, an important benefit. Tell me in a nutshell, if you could, why you decided to do this film, which is about your journey with ovarian cancer and the pioneers of science and the therapies that have been created.
Well, I was saved from stage 4 ovarian cancer in the south of France, and my oncologist told me about the great French pioneer that I had met. And he said, oh, this is a story, if you know him. And I said, no, this is a film. When you cure me, I'm going to make a film about the great men who've made it possible for me to survive. And so that's what I've done.
You've always had a very positive approach to this devastating disease. Can you give words of hope for other women who are struggling with it right now?
Well, I can only say that trust in your doctor, go with the protocol, and eat really well, as much as you can, because you have to fight this. And 90% is the power of the mind. It really is. It's the drugs and the doctors and your will to stay alive and fight the fight.
Well, you have fought the fight, and we're very excited about seeing Walk on the Wild Side tonight. Wishing you all the best of success, Germaine.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now, you brought onto this project the celebrated composer George Fenton, who is also with us tonight. George, come on over here. Hello, welcome.
Good evening.
Good evening. How did you get involved with this project?
Well, years ago, I wrote an opera that Germaine produced, a children's opera she produced in Ireland. And so she called me up. We hadn't seen each other for years, actually, had we? And she called me up and said she was making this film, and would I write the music when it was ready? And I said, yeah, that sounds great. And then she came over with the film, but the film wasn't really finished. Well, and one of the reasons it wasn't really finished is because she was very reluctant to put herself in the story. And so we together really did some extra work. I re-recorded her voiceover, and we did some music, and we got a friend of mine, Mark Fletcher, to cut the film, and it was great. And I think the thing that really touched me always, ever since I first saw the film, was that it's about these brilliant people, but it's about, in both cases, in Germaine's case and the doctor's case, it's about humility. There's an enormous amount of humility and sort of an integrity about why the film was made, why the people who the film is about did what they did, the kind of alchemy involved in coming up with these amazing things that they came up with. And in a way, that's a metaphor for a film, because a film is about alchemy too. Everything, you have to bring all the elements together to kind of make it work. And in the end, all the elements came together, and there is a film, and she has to be very proud of it, I think. I mean, because she's done something for herself, for people who, suffer, but also she's done something for the medical profession, because she's highlighted individuals who are just so modest and so brilliant in what they did, and we're blessed. We really are blessed.
I couldn't have, George, you saved my film.
She always says that. I didn't save her film, but
He's my hero.
I didn't say that.
He is my hero, and Mark, because I couldn't have finished it on my own, because I self-financed it, and I had fired 3 editors, and I was walking around Paris about to jump into the Seine, and George calls me up, are you all right? And I said, no, I'm about to jump into the Seine. And he said, no, don't, it's all right. I've got Mark Fletcher, and he and I are going to finish the film for you. And I started crying, and he said, just give us a painting like Picasso did. And I even cried more, and I said, I'm not Picasso. But anyway,
She still hasn't given me the painting. I want to say that on live Facebook, by the way. I'm still waiting for the painting. Very, very
well,
important.
I've sort of got the painting, but it needs to be framed, darling.
Oh, right. Okay. Right. Fair enough.
Well, it is truly an honor to meet you, George, and to meet you, Germaine. And of course, I've heard so much about you. Tonight, we will see the film here at the AMC Theater, and soon it will be available on iTunes.
Yeah, at the end of this year, it'll be on iTunes and then other platforms like Amazon and various other things. But we don't have a launch date yet. We will.
Keep us posted. Thank you, George.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Germaine.
Valerie, thank you very much.